The Grand Council of the Interstellar Concord had not seen a war in 400 years. 7 species sat around the curved obsidian table: the Vrethkai, the Solon, the Dheori, and 4 others, their translators humming softly as the agenda loaded onto the holographic display. Today's matter was routine: a border dispute, a minor species, humans. Ambassador Vaker of the Vrethkai smoothed his iridescent feathers. Humans had been spacefaring for barely 80 years. They were young, fragile. Surely they would accept the terms quietly. 3 humans entered. No robes, no ceremonial plumage. Just pressed military uniforms and a calm that felt almost wrong. The lead delegate was Colonel James Hartwell, broad-shouldered, gray at the temples, with eyes that had clearly seen things the council chamber had not. Behind him walked Dr. Rachel Monroe, the diplomatic attaché, and Sergeant First Class David Torres, silent as stone and twice as hard. Vaker gestured toward the smaller chair, the one reserved for petitioner species. Hartwell looked at it, then looked at Vaker, and sat at the main table instead. The chamber went very quiet. Vaker cleared his throat and delivered the terms. The Vrethkai had colonized 3 systems in what humanity called the Mitchell Corridor. The Council had ratified the claim. Humans would withdraw their deep space stations within 90 standard cycles and accept a trade reclassification, essentially economic subordination. Refusal, Vaker added smoothly, would be considered an act of aggression against the Concord itself. He spread his feathered hands. "We trust you understand your position." Colonel Hartwell set a small data chip on the table and slid it toward the center. He did not raise his voice. "That chip contains the full record of the Vrethkai assault on Settlement Kepler, 6 weeks ago. 41 civilians. 11 children." He paused. "We don't negotiate with killers." The silence that followed was the kind that had weight. Vaker's feathers flattened. Around the table, the other council members leaned forward, translators pulling the data. Images populated the display: sensor footage, medical reports, names carved in cold stone on a colony world 4 light-years from Earth. Ambassador Dheori, the eldest voice on the council, spoke first. Her voice was barely above a whisper. This was not in the filed reports. She turned to the Vrethkai delegation. This was not disclosed. Vaker stood. The settlement was an unauthorized encroachment. He stopped. Hartwell had not moved, had not blinked. There was something deeply unsettling about a creature that didn't flinch. Dr. Rachel Monroe rose slowly. Her voice was measured and precise. The voice of someone who had prepared every word for exactly this room. "We are not here to threaten the Concord. We respect this institution. But let the record show that the United States of Earth has submitted a formal charge of war crimes against the Vrethkai Colonial Authority, pursuant to the Concord's own founding charter, Article 14, Section 3. We are not withdrawing. We are not reclassifying. And we are not leaving this room without a guarantee of independent investigation." She placed a second chip beside Hartwell's. "That is our complete military posture in the Mitchell Corridor. 14 warships. We are not hiding them. We are not moving them. Anyone who fires first will answer for it." The Concord had faced rebellions, trade wars, species that wept or raged or begged at this table. It had never faced this, a young species, barely a century off its home planet, sitting perfectly still with the evidence of a massacre in one hand and a war fleet's coordinates in the other, and offering neither as a threat. Just facts. Just a line. Vaker's primary eyes had gone a pale, washed-out gray. So had those of his advisors. The Solon representative had not spoken in several minutes. Dheori looked at Hartwell for a long moment. "You would go to war," she said. "Not a question." "We've already been to war," Hartwell said quietly. 11 children's worth of it. He stood.